Thursday morning, this very rainy Thursday morning. For your morning wake-up call, I would ask you, what do crowds, covenants, and contracts have to do with anything in the Bible? If you'll hang out with me for just a second, we're going to find from the book of Joshua, chapter number 24, just exactly what that means. You know, oftentimes we think that in order to have a meaningful statement, to have anything that is a binding contract, that we need either a crowd, a contract, or some kind of covenant before us. We need a great deal of people to make sure that there's a witness to this. And in the book of Joshua, as Joshua's concluding his writing here, in the 22nd verse, he says, "You are witnesses against yourselves that you have chosen you the Lord to serve him." And they said, "We are witnesses." He said, you don't need a great deal of people, and you don't need a judge to sit in front of you to make you sign a paper to say that you have chosen thus in your life. You know, today, we don't live that way, really. Everything we do today has to be on legal binding documents. And we find that not much is done on a handshake anymore. There's not much that we'll turn to just trust somebody's word on. Well, Joshua was talking to the people here, and he said, "You are witnesses against yourselves." And he says it's not the crowd that's going to hold you accountable. It's not anybody else. It's going to have to be you, because you made this commitment between you and the Lord. In the next verse, he goes on to tell them to put away, he said, "Put away the strange gods which are among you, and incline your heart unto the Lord God Israel." And he said, put those things away. He said, you made a covenant, you made a commitment to God. And so put those things away that are strange and unusual and have nothing to do with the Lord. You know, it's oftentimes has been said about Christians, and it's one of the most negative outlooks that this world has on Christians, is that we would live differently on Sunday than we would the rest of the week. And that simply should not be the case. It shouldn't matter who's in the room. Our integrity should drive us. Our love for the Lord should drive us on a daily basis to live and to walk in His Word and His statutes. It should drive us and compel us and propel us each and every day, no matter whether we have a full house or it's us alone, to live in a capacity that we declare on Sunday morning. And it's unfortunate that so many in this world today would say, they're hypocrites. Well, let's be honest. Everybody's a hypocrite. Everybody, if we want to pick on the sin of anger, every one of us would have to admit that we come to a place of anger in our life, or we can go down all of them and we find ourselves there. And so it shouldn't give us any reason or any advantage to indulge in those things. Paul said, he said, should we continue in sin that grace may abound? He said, God forbid. So we know that our grace that has been shed upon our lives is not a reason for us to continue in sin. So as Joshua was speaking to them, he said, you are witnesses against yourselves. It doesn't take a huge Sunday morning crowd, and it certainly doesn't take national television or anything else for us to keep our commitment to the Lord. And so today I want to challenge you. I know we're nearing the end of the week, and I know it's a rainy and a yucky day, but put away those strange gods which are before you, those things that have come into your life that don't glorify the Lord and are not exemplary of the relationship that He has with you. Let's put those things away and let's serve the Lord with gladness. It's not show business, and we're not Hollywood. Hollywood has enough actors. Let's go before the Lord and live the life that He's called us to live. It seems as though as you read your scriptures, all the greatest commitments that have been made in the scriptures were made between the Lord and a man in a private setting. And you find that when as you read the scriptures with Abraham, God called to Abraham. You'll find it with Moses. You'll find it all through the scriptures. Daniel, you find as you go, David, and all through the scriptures you'll find as you go. And those great commitments were made in a very personal setting. So let's stop looking for the crowds, and let's stop looking for we live in a world today where we have to announce everything in a big way. because everything we have to say is so very important. And let's make God the centerpiece and the focal point of our lives, and He'll work the rest of that out. So, as he said here, he says, you yourselves have, he says, you are witnesses against yourselves that you have chosen the Lord to serve Him. And they said, we are witnesses. And they said, you know what? We're paying attention to this. So he went on to tell them, put away those strange things that are before you. So let's live a life glorifying to Him. Let's make Him the centerpiece today. And let's be reminded of His love and His grace and His mercy as we go throughout the day. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful Thursday. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. God bless you.